Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Take the Fear Out of the Gear with me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
And me, Mr. Jason Bangers.
This week we're talking about something very exciting. This is the new Hague Motorised pan and tilt for your cameras and video cameras, and Mr. Bangers is going to explain everything.
I'm mega excited about this. I love me photography. I've got a really nice Manfrotto. There's about £1,000 worth of tripod. It's carbon fibre, it's lovely and light. But for videography it's not very good because it's got a ball head on it. So the thing is, there's no handle on it to steer it, you know, to move your camera. You've got to hold the whole thing, get it in position, set it up and get it right. And now I thought to myself, I'm going to need a really expensive tripod, one with all the wheels on that you turn to make it pan, tilt, left, right, up and down. And tell you what, Si, I went on eBay and had a look, right, and I typed in TV studio tripod tech, £30,000 one of them turned up at, and I was like, my God, I'm never going to get a decent enough tripod. And 3,000, 4,000, I thought this just ain't happening. And now I thought, something twigged inside me. I thought, what about a motorised head? Why don't we get a motorised head? But they're going to be ever so expensive, I thought. So I went looking and I come out and I found this. I found this on YouTube. Then I went and had a look to see how much they are. Now they vary in price. The Hague, which this is Hague, it does say Hague on the back. I shall, rather than take pictures, I'll just check my monitor there. I'll push it up close. You can see it is the Hague brand, okay? Even though it is, I found this on Amazon as Bescor MP101. This will take up to £6 in weight, which, you know, you've got to have a massive camera. Well, is it any good, and how much is it? Well, they start off from £300 to £200, and then I found this one for £130 on Amazon. I couldn't believe it. I thought, man, you can't even buy a reasonably priced tripod for that money, man.
Definitely.
£130. Are you
That's
having
good.
a laugh?
That's good.
So I'm thinking there's got to be shit. It's just got to be shit at that price, hasn't it? So that's why I'm here now. There are loads of videos on YouTube describing these things, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to know about that they don't tell you. One person sort of mentions it, well, he does it without telling you about it. So what is it? What am I going on about? Okay, is it sturdy? Is it steady? Because if you've got a really shit tripod and you put this on top, it reduces the need for a fluid head. Now, any photography fans out there would know what I mean. So, right, first of all, let's explain that it takes 4 AA batteries. I'm just looking at our monitor screen here so I can see that you're seeing. Now, they're really cheap ones. They're nasty. They last forever and ever and ever, the batteries. They just go on. There is a 6 volts socket input here. You know, when you're out in the field, so you don't want to plug nothing in there.
Well, we're running on four AA batteries. Is awesome.
And they just last forever. They just go on for ages. In fact, I've had it in here plugged in all day and left it switched on, and it's so battery life is great. Now, stability wise, well, any camera device is only going to be as solid as the tripod it's on. That's as simple as that. Now, I'm lucky enough to have a decent tripod, as I said, but it is not for filming. But when I put this on top of it, it's now a filming tripod, because I've now got me pan tilt, pan left, right, up, down, blah, 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 blah. Now, one of the things I wanted to know, Si, when I was looking on the tube was, does it go left and up at the same time? You know, like a digger bucket, you know, when they move and they do that. Or does it just pan and tilt separately? Well, I'll show you, shall I? I'll switch it on. And by the way, the remote lead's quite short that comes with it, but if you're standing next to your camera, no big deal, right? So you've got a controller on here, which you'll see in the other videos. There's a speed control. Now, people would tell you that it just literally does 2 different speeds, fast and slow. Well, actually it's slow and slower, because when you're panning and tilting, you really want it slow as possible, especially if you're zoomed in, because that even magnifies the movement even more. Now, this is a slide control, like a potentiometer, but it really is kind of like 2 speeds. However, I'm convinced that when I used it, it did slightly speed up and slightly slow down. However, who gives a monkeys. At this price, you don't really care. So right, I'm now going to pan it to the right. I'm going to look at my monitor now. I hope you don't mind. There she goes. I'm going to pan it and face our Sony. I'm looking at the monitor again, so forgive me for that. Now I'm now going to make it go up and pan at the same time. There you go. That's what I wanted to know whether it did, and it does. As you can see, I'm doing it now. It's turning and it's going up, so it does do that. There's probably a word for that. Do you know what it is? Because I don't.
No, only being a sound man, I don't know about photography.
Maybe it's a combination of pan and tilt. Maybe it's called pilt.
I like that, pilt
or tan.
Tan's the one. Tan it up, baby.
So I'll go the other way now. We'll go to the left. I'm looking at the screen again, and now I'm going to hit the button and go down and left. As you can see, we're doing both. And believe me, you cannot do that with a handheld tripod, no matter how good an operator you are. However, if you've got an ex-BBC tripod, you might be that good, I don't know. The bit I've just shown you about it panning and tilting at the same time is not really out there. But the one thing that they do not tell you, nobody tells you this, and I'm telling you now, I'm the only person on YouTube. Me and Simon are the only people on YouTube. Yeah. Take the Fear Out of Gear brings you this exclusively. You will want to know, like me, whether you can operate this, pan it, tilt it, and zoom in at the same time. Now, obviously, you know, a camera like this, you hit a button to zoom in, you know, it's motorised. But on bigger television cameras, like especially my Sony, you have to turn the ring. You got to, I mean, you want a focus ring with a handle on, because it's quite a beast to turn. I wanted to know whether this unit is going to be solid enough, or it doesn't look very solid on this table, but the whole table's rickety. There's a keyboard stand with a keyboard box. That's what this is. Now, this thing is bloody sturdy. They say it's quite flimsy on the reviews. Bugger that, it ain't. It's sturdy as hell. I can quite happily, whilst that's doing that, I'm going to look at our monitor now. I can quite happily zoom in and zoom out without affecting that whatsoever. Oh, it's not. I'm not doing a great example of it because this is all wobbly and jerky and whatnot. And also, that's a small camera, and it's actually awkward to get to the focus ring. It's really stiff. That's been sat on my shelf for about 6 years without being used, that camera. Listen, I just bought this thing for 130 quid, plus, it was 135 plus 5 of posters and packets and 140. And I got a little Brucey bonus. So, Jeff, can you pass me that? Thank you, mate. Cheers. Jeff's just passed me. I got this in the box. It is actually for, look, model MP101.
Cool.
We might be able to put that up behind us, we might not. That is 24 extension lead for this remote. They're £23. It come in the box with it. I don't know, maybe they screwed up, I don't know. But, sorry, this is not one for sight to gab on too much about, because this is something I've just bought and it's like a Christmas present. I'm really excited about it. It's fantastic. I'm so impressed so far. I will use it in anger this Saturday. We've been using it today for filming shows, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's been
brilliant,
absolutely
brilliant.
stunning for setting up the gear. We've got a monitor which I'm pointing at right now, so we can see exactly what's in front of us. And with that lead, I can literally just sit here and use the remote and set the scene up perfectly. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Oh God, YouTube! I can't tell you how happy I am with this thing. This is an awesome piece of kit. I mean, it tells you on the side here how many degrees it's turning, and it is bang on. It actually is bang on. 45 degrees it goes to. It will now bang turn. There you go. It's fucking spot on. Brilliant. Simon, look, this ain't really your thing. I know it's my thing, but tell the folks what you think about this, man.
Well, I just think it's brilliant. Where could, as Jay says, where can you get something that will pan and tilt and do both at the same time for 130 quid? You can't even buy a decent tripod for 130 quid. So it's a brilliant value for money. If I needed to do something like that, I'd borrow Jay's.
Fuck off. Of course he could borrow mine. Hey, listen, tubers and groovers, I've just learned something that nobody's explained. So when it would be nice, wouldn't it, if the damn thing would go left, right, up and down as well. That would be nice. It'd be good if you could maybe pre-map it. Now, I just thought to myself, when it's going, whilst it's panning left and right there, can I interrupt it and pan and tilt. Tilt is up and down, isn't it? And pan is left and right. That's right, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
So as it's in automatic mode, I'm going to now tell it to go up, and it doesn't do anything. I'm going to tell it to go down. It doesn't do anything. Left, right. The remote does nothing when it's in automatic mode. For me, this is the most exciting thing we've reviewed so far. I'm really excited about it. There's a band playing this Saturday. Well, that'll probably be gone now. It's what would this Saturday be? So it's December 2018. 7th or 8th, is it? I can't remember. Yeah, so 7th or 8th. There's a band called the Copycats, who I like to go and watch. They are playing at the 100 Club in London, and I'm going to take my Sony, I'm going to take my Manfrotto, and I'm going to take the Hague, and I'm going to hopefully do a professional video for these guys. Not any cost, just because they're mates, and we like to film it, see how it comes out.
Well, you can, we can give you some footage, you can pan and tilts and stuff, can't you?
That's great.
Do that on another video. Do a little collage of some of the pan and tilt footage.
Yeah, if the copycats don't mind. In fact, actually, if you look on some of my videos, if you go on Bangers68, sorry to plug my personal YouTube account on this show, Simon, it's very rude, but it's a shameless plug. But if you go on Bangers68, you'll see my personal YouTube channel, and there are a couple of videos of the copycats on there filmed with said camera. But you will see that I'm using a tripod, and it's frustrating because it's just jerky and it's moving around, and it's just not hard to, it's not easy rather to get into a dead seriously good smooth shot. Real slow is the way to go, and this does it for you.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I shall say for this edition of Take the Fear Out the Gear, you spend your money, you go get one of them. It's absolutely brilliant. It's made my day. From me, Jason Bangers, see you soon.
And for me, Mr. Chumley Warner, see you later.
Take care, guys. Look after yourselves.
Yep.
Have a good Christmas if we ain't seen you before.